Political turmoil in Thailand as the country's military took control of the government earlier this month. But Thailand faces great social problems as well. It's home to the world's largest sex industry.
Each year, tens of thousands of tourists from around the world travel there to fulfill their fantasies. One Christian ministry in the heart of Bangkok is helping young prostitutes and tourists to find a way out. Lucille Toulousan has this story.
At age 14, Mint quit school because her family did not have the money to support her studies. She wanted to escape poverty, so she left her rural home to work in Bangkok. But here, she met a man who got her pregnant.
After giving birth, I brought my son to the province. I went back to Bangkok to work in a massage parlor, but later on, I was enticed to go into prostitution because I needed the money.
But Mint had to bear the shame and face the danger that went with it.
I was always doing drugs and drinking. There was no way I can do the work without getting drunk first. One time, someone smothered my face with a pillow and tried to rape me. At that moment, I remembered someone told me I can pray to God, and so I cried to God to help me, and I survived that night.
A few months later, a Christian introduced her to Nightlight ministry.
I experienced God's love when I came to Nightlight. We get to read the Bible and worship. He gave me a new life, and now I want to serve Him.
Nightlight rescues women and children trapped in the sex trade industry. It also trains women to support themselves by silk screen and jewelry making. Nightlight founder Annie Disselberg says prostitution and human trafficking have increased rapidly in Thailand since the ministry started in 2005.
Thailand has very good anti-trafficking laws, excellent, but it's very hard to enforce them. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of corruption.
Last year, Nightlight assisted 26 trafficked women, mostly from Uganda, to go home.
We know that God's heart is out there with these women. He longs for them to know that there is a way out.
Annie is grateful that CBN's Orphans Promise provided funds to remodel the Nightlight Outreach Center, turning the ground floor into a coffee shop.
This is the location of the City Light coffee shop that Orphans Promise helped build right at the heart of the red light district here in Bangkok. And as you can see, the location is very strategic because it is right in the middle of two bars. And through this coffee shop, the Nightlight Ministry, together with Orphans Promise, will be able to reach out to more women in prostitution and even the male sex tourists.
Men and women can come in off the street to get a good cup of coffee, and there will be people available who are willing to listen to their stories, to begin to build relationships with them. And out of those relationships, then we earn the right to speak into them, to give them hope.
The center is also used for prayer and worship, Christian parties, and medical clinics. A transformed Mint also helps in the outreach programs.
God has given me a burden for the women in the streets. I invite them to our parties where there's free food and I paint their nails. I share Christ with them to give them hope in their lives.
Together, Nightlight and Orphans Promise are giving more and more women like Mint a better opportunity for a new life. Lucille Toulousan, CBN News, Bangkok.